Okay, my fellow Herbie fans, this is Phil Smith, and I'm going to show you a little bit of a preview of the new Disney Movie Club Blu-ray exclusive title, Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo. Got it in the Blu-ray player right now, so gonna watch a few select scenes here. You have to excuse the light on the TV there. That's just from my phone here recording. We'll just skip to the main menu here. Now, as you can hear, the music used in this opening menu is amazing. Now, of course, some of you know that I have actually created the Herbie the Love Bug film collection soundtracks 4 CD set, including a bonus disc, and I have to say, the quality of the music that has been put in the film for this Blu-ray remaster is absolutely amazing. It actually makes me feel almost as if I'm listening to my own CDs that I created for this. So, you know, it's just, you know, that was a real labor of love for me. So being able to watch the Blu-rays of Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo and Herbie Goes Bananas, you know, again, just makes me feel amazing to know that Disney, you know, did actually put some effort into these two and make the music and the picture quality pretty amazing. Now, this video, again, will primarily focus on Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo. I'll try to do one for Bananas a little later on, but let's get it going here. Here we go with the opening credit sequence of Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo. Opening titles, as you can see, very well remastered on this, very crystal clear quality. I'm also using my sound bar on this to enhance the audio a little bit. Now I have to say, on Blu-ray, Herbie stands out perfectly in this. I mean, we all know Herbie is L87 Pearl White, but I mean, in this opening sequence, and really throughout the entire film on Blu-ray, Herbie just stands out perfectly. Like, no matter what, whether it's a long-distance shot or an aerial view of the races, you will always be able to pick Herbie out of the crowd. And really, he just looks spectacular in these opening sequences. Turn up the volume a little bit here. Again, even on the bridge, you know, there's Herbie just sticking out there, you know. You can't miss him. I just have to say, you know, as brilliant as this looks on Blu-ray, my phone camera, I'm sure, is not doing it enough justice. Picture really looks amazing. I have to say, Monte Carlo, for my money, totally flawless on Blu-ray. Really, really, it's just amazing on Blu-ray. Alright, so we're going to close out the opening credits here. And we're going to fast forward a little bit. So we're going to move on now to some of the race sequences here. And the way that the race sequences were put together, I have to say, you know, again, with a lot of the remastering work done on picture and sound, you really do hear a lot more of the engines and, you know, just, you know, the accelerations throughout the race. It really makes you feel like you're there. And honestly, again, the way the picture has been remastered, I would even go so far as to say this looks as if it was filmed yesterday. Again, the quality is just absolutely brilliant. So here we go. This actually is a scene with my favorite music composition by Frank Duvall, the first qualifying round. So here we go now. We're going to watch this scene, the first qualifying round from Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo.
You're going to cook that chicken European style. And he sticks out his neck. We will chop it off. Oui, oui. Jawohl, jawohl.
We'll see whose neck gets chopped off. Right, Herbie?
Always love that cowbell.
Really got smart. Even less than I thought. Hey, what are you doing? It's her again.
It took a crowd to do it. But at least we lost the lunch.
And not to mention the first qualifying round.
Alright, so the next part I'm going to go to is one that I had recently mentioned online with the Facebook group for Herbie the Love Bug. This particular sequence, which is the second attempt where Herbie, Jim, and Wheelie attempt to qualify. And the particular thing that interests me about this scene is that from the very first release of Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo on VHS tape and beta, and, you know, subsequent television airings, there was a scene in this sequence where you saw a single line for a few frames of film that just seemed like a big split or kind of like a tear in the film. And this line existed in so many different versions, including the DVD, and it was never cleaned up for any of these releases. But you're going to get a little bit of a surprise in that little set of frames in this sequence. So here's another one of my favorite moments here. Again, this is the second attempt at qualifying for Herbie, Jim, and Wheelie. So here we go.
What's happening? There's 7 cars ahead of us and we're in last place. That's what's happening.
making it?
I hope so.
New Herbie, he's not even an old Herbie. He's not any Herbie at all.
My whole lecture must have fallen on a deaf carburetor.
He doesn't need a lecture, he needs an old age pension. Now you listen to me, Herbie, you listen good. Now you and I didn't come out of mothballs to be the laughing stock of the continent. Either get the lead out of your pants right now, or I'm gonna ship you back to the States, have you stuffed and hung on a wall in Retirement Village.
Now, this was the scene I was talking about. For the longest time, there used to be a line running down the film in this sequence right here. And as you can see, it's gone. They really did a bang-up job in the remastering for the Blu-ray here. Again, for my money, Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo, out of all four of the films now on Blu-ray, looks the most spectacular. So let's continue with this.
He's not doing it for us. He's doing it for her.
Okay, and there's one last scene I'm going to point out here for a few people that were interested. It's the scene where Herbie does the very first wheelie in the film, so I'm going to fast forward here a little bit. And this was of particular interest to people because I know originally when this was shown in many video presentations, there was a scene where Herbie did sort of reverse wheelie when he catches up with the Lancia, and you really didn't see all that much. It was either zoomed in too much, or it was pushed to the right, so you only saw the rear tires going up, or vice versa. Well, this sequence actually seems to do a lot better because the new widescreen presentation shows a lot more than probably has ever been seen in any presentation of Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo. So here we go. This is going to wrap it up here. So I do hope you've enjoyed this, and here we go.
disqualified. They can get us killed. What was that? I don't know. Forget the music. Oh. He's out of his mind.
He's out of his mind, all right. Over that luscious little luncheon.
All right, I do hope you have enjoyed that. Look for a more in-depth review of Herbie Goes to Monte Carlo, the Blu-ray edition, as well as an upcoming review for Herbie Goes Bananas Blu-ray edition, which I finally finished tonight. Thank you very much, and again, as this was done by phone, please excuse the shakiness. I will try to use a bit of a stabilizer if I'm able to upload this to YouTube or elsewhere. And as I always say, stay tuned. Thanks a lot, guys and gals. Take care.